First, welcome back to the channel. This is 2 simple drills that you can use indoors if you've got a spare 5 minutes from your computer at work, or if you just want to get 5 minutes out of your working day just to try and improve your golf swing. So a couple of requests coming through from Instagram followers asking 2 simple drills to stop slicing the golf ball. So what we diagnose as people slicing the golf ball is when the club face is severely open at impact. This is a combination of the path being too much across the ball coupled by the face being too much open to the path that we're swinging on. So when people slice the golf ball, if you use this cane as a reference point, as a resemblance to my shoulders, rotation kind of like our lower body and upper body, the tendency is when we start down, there's a slight curve to the downswing. So the golf swing is naturally built in an arc. The biggest inclination people have when they get to the top of the backswing is they get their right shoulder moving straight towards the golf ball early on. So if you think the right side of this cane works straight towards the golf ball, that moves my right shoulder out towards the golf ball. That opens my chest too abruptly, and I can see my shoulders there are pointing too far to the left. As you come down, don't push the shoulder out towards the golf ball too early. Just develop the sensation that almost kind of hook your left hand behind your trail elbow, and you're trying to feel like your right shoulder stays back and works down a little bit more on the downswing. As you can see from there, if I implement this move, so I'm applying a little bit of pressure with my right shoulder, I'm feeling my right shoulder stays a little bit more back compared to my left shoulder. If I spin the chest open too quickly, right shoulder moves out. You can see from there the shaft gets relatively steep. So when you feel what you're doing, when you get to the top of the backswing, it's almost the feeling that you're trying to feel it. Your shoulders stay closed for as long as possible. Right shoulders working down more instead of out too quickly. As the lower body starts to initiate the downswing, add a little bit more down to your right shoulder as opposed to out. Allow your right shoulder to work a little bit close to your right hip. And it's going to help us maintain our tilts. If you get to the top of the backswing, chest spins open too quickly. As you can see, right shoulder gets too high, left shoulder gets too low, prevent the shoulders opening too quickly. And it's also going to encourage you to swing a little bit more from the inside. Another really good drill you can use is put this underneath your right arm. I've got a bit of tape on this alignment cane, so I'm going to put that right through the kind of middle of my armpit. And what I'm going to do from there, as soon as my left arm hits the cane, that's my indication to stop my backswing. I should feel like my left arm stays in connection to the top. Left arm hits the cane as we start down. Try and keep your left arm on the cane for as long as possible. Downswing, think of 2 things. Right shoulder's working more down on your left arm for the duration of the downswing. That's a really good feeling. From there, I feel like my right side's lower and I feel like my left side's going up. We'll create a little bit more right side bend. From there, my shoulders are a little bit more closed. My right arm is more underneath my left arm. People who slice the golf ball get the right shoulder too high, left shoulder working too low, and from there, my chest spins open too quickly. Backswing drill, as soon as your left arm hits the cane on the way back, that's your indication to stop your backswing. You spin the chest open too much in the downswing, left shoulder's lowering too quickly, right shoulder gets too high, path left. So as you start down, hips are opening up, right shoulder works down a little bit more. This cane stays on your left arm by the time your kind of hands get to right hip height. And then what you're going to do from here is you're going to develop the sensation that you're trying to feel like the cane stays on your left arm for as long as possible. That's going to get your right elbow to work a little bit more underneath the left elbow. It's kind of that tip before we talked about feeding the kind of triangle through. Right elbow's moving close to the left elbow, as opposed to if we swing over the top, right elbow gets too much on top of left arm. The top, left arm connects with the cane, come back down, left arm still in connection with the cane, right elbow's slightly behind left elbow, shoulders a little bit more close from there. I feel like the connection between my left arm and the cane is still intact. And as I swing through, I feel like my right shoulder's working down, left shoulder's working up, and that's going to help me maintain my tilts on the way down. Use that kind of right shoulder working down a little bit more. Feel like your right elbow's moving a little bit more close to your left elbow on the way down. That's going to keep the right wrist more behind the elbow. If you release the club early, the tendency is the right wrist gets thrown out too early, elbow's back the way. As you come back down, try and get your right elbow to move more in front of your body. That's going to keep the wrist behind the elbow, and that's going to help us maintain the position at the right wrist and extend the position. Many people who struggle with casting the golf club, hitting the ground before the golf ball, they get to the top, they'll release the angles too early. Elbow is moving in front of your body, so the elbow gets to the middle of your body before your wrist does. As you can see from there, the elbow is leading the wrist, and that's going to help us maintain flex in that right arm. If you straighten it too early, wrist beats the elbow. So if you're struggling with your game at the moment, a perfect way to get your game in shape, I'm offering free online lessons via the Skillest app for the whole of May. If you want any more information regarding that, please get in touch. I'll send you a code on the Skillest app, Jamie Allen, voucher. I will get back to you within one working day, and if there's anything you'd like me to cover within my channel and future videos over the next few weeks, comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great week and catch you soon.